What's this? 2 water donate. What the fuck is a water donation? A $4 service charge is added to each check, so we may offer our staff health insurance. Please notify your server if you'd like this removed. Thank you for dining with us. They change water to charge for water, but it goes to charity. I see. Oh, I get it. Okay, that's cute. I understand. I don't think anybody likes the guilt trip you to tip. Exactly. Like I think also, like, I mean, really a 4% tip is like not really a lot. It's not a big deal, right? It's a $100 check. It's $4. Like whatever. Who cares? But like overall, I think the entire idea of this is ridiculous. It should be illegal to charge somebody something that's not on the menu. For example, if you go in somewhere, I think that you should be able to ask for a tip. You should be able to ask for a 100% tip. But whenever you get your check, you agreed, because you think about it from like the perspective of a contract, right? So in a contract, a person has to go into that contract and say, hey, I want to purchase this service or this thing, and then you are going to give me the thing and I'm going to give you this amount of money. So ordering your food from a restaurant is fundamentally a verbal contract, right? So then whenever the person gives you the food, they have fulfilled their end of the verbal contract. And then whenever you receive the bill, now you fulfill your end of the verbal contract. And that's the way that it works. But everything falls apart if the fees and things like that were not discussed while making the verbal contract. I actually do think that this specifically should be illegal, because it's fundamentally it's misleading. A percentage tip isn't discussed either. Yes, but a percentage tip isn't, the difference here is that a percentage tip is not included on the bill. So I have no problem with like like asking for a tip. I have no problem, like even with those little things, like those little tablet things, you know, and it's like, do you want to give a $5 or a $10 tip for your $1 taco? I don't know. Yes, obviously they're fucking stupid. They're really annoying. Nobody likes them. But I don't think that it should be illegal to ask. But the problem is that this isn't an ask. This is a bill. Like, they are billing you for this. So I think that's why it's really bad. This one to all the extra charges. Yeah. And I think also, like, this is not in the interest of any consumer that is going to this business. It's a transaction money for food. You go to a shop and buy gummies, except you don't pay for the owner's car repair. Yeah, true. It's an expensive restaurant. They don't need help paying for healthcare with that profit margin. I don't know. I mean, it's in LA, so probably they do, but I'm not sure. I didn't order the health insurance with my ribs. So, like, the taxes should be included in that label price. I think taxes are the exception, because taxes are just a... Like, there are two things that are certain in life: death and taxes. You should know that you have to pay taxes. Like, let's be real. This is a law that is required by the government that is the same everywhere. So I don't think taxes fall under that category. No. And I even think, by the way, keep in mind, just a $3 water donation, I don't care about that. I also think that a mandatory gratuity is fine, but it should be stated on the menu. It should be stated on the menu or added into the price ahead of time. I just don't like, and I'm very disappointed that like, obviously we have a bunch of dinosaurs and skeletons that are working at our government, and ghouls, and in both forms of the word, that are working at the government don't really understand anything. But I feel like any time that a contract or any of these things you have to sign up for intentionally hides something from the user without, like, stating in plain English what the contract is going to be, whether this is like Netflix, like, oh, sign up for your free trial, and then, you know, you find out on like page 7 of something that you're not really going to read realistically, that they're going to take your credit card info and automatically bill you the next day for the next 30 days. Like, I feel like all of these things are just scams. Like, they're just there, and the reason why it's a scam is because of the way that it's presented. It's presented in a way that deliberately makes it to where people can't see what they're actually buying. And if you're trying to purposefully obfuscate information, I think that you're already like morally you are committing fraud. Now, legally, maybe not. But I think that if you're trying to do it, in my mind, it's just as bad as doing it. I completely agree, but man, what do? Simple. Anytime that a company does it, fine them millions of dollars, and they'll stop doing it. And if they don't stop doing it, then arrest people that work there. And then it'll go away. See, when you're the government, you're God. Because if people don't do what you want, you just arrest them and put them in jail. So it's pretty easy. I mean, if they can't figure this out, I don't know what the fuck to say. They could just raise the prices by 1% on all products? Yeah, of course. They're probably in on it. Yeah, it's true too. Did you see who will replace Ghostcrawler for the Riot MMO? No. Is it Necrit? Don't you think that millions is nothing at this point? No, I mean, not if you just keep doing it. At a certain point, it becomes bad. And also, like, repeat offenses cost more, etc. Kaiser got fined $5 million because they didn't include a checkmark box in a questionnaire that asks if you're being abused. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I think in general, there needs to be more protections. Like, there needs to be more consumer protections for things like this. Because, again, they are deliberately misleading. And they are deliberately confusing. And I think it's ridiculous. Millions is nothing. Definitely a chatter at 3 a.m. Well, I mean, for a $1 billion company, he's right. But, like, I still think that you should do it.